Good morning everyone and welcome back to Crusader Kings 3 on the Two-Headed Wolf Gaming channel. And today, as we have conquered a pretty big portion of southern England, we might be in some trouble because the Pope is declaring a crusade against us. So for the Kingdom of England, which is a title we have created, they are going for a great holy war. At this point, his troops, I guess I need to give it a second for troops to update, but he has like 3,400 troops against our 3,700 troops. He's thrown in a lot of gold in the war chest, and it's going to be interesting to see whether he'll succeed in declaring this crusade and even get allies on his side. Hopefully not. He's 79. I'm not sure exactly what happens if the Pope dies, if the crusade changes as an objective in any way. But in the meantime, we will have to look internally. On another side, we might have a bit of trouble like trying to keep these territories under our control, but we will see as time goes by. I was looking at the leader for the Earldom of Wessex. As you can see at this point, not only his father has died, but the liege has died from his wounds on the 28th of March 1914. So from our war, I am guessing he got wounded and he has passed away. So at this point, I want to work with this kid right here. Let's try to demand conversion first of all, because that will mean that we have a huge penalty to whatever we might decide to do. He might accept. I am very curious to see what he will ask, because I'm guessing he's not gonna just accept directly, but we will try. He will gladly join us, but the sheer cost of refurbishing churches and proselytizing among my peasants. If you were to help me pay for these efforts, I'm more than willing to pray for Odin. Just 65 for him and the members of his family to convert. That is great. Let's see if we can also arrange marriage. You can see from 90, what was that, 93 on the minus, now we're at 32. I would like for him, for this kid, to marry one of our daughters, and that is great. He will not accept matrilinearly, but that is fine. At the end of the day, it will be of his dynasty. But this should bring us just a tiny bit closer. And let's see, what else could we do? Offer guardianship, no. Okay, well, he's 10. Maybe in a few years we could sway him to like us a bit more. But we've stabilized the region at this point. So they have 8,000 troops. They throw in even more prestige, piety and gold. The attackers are at this point the Knights Templars. They have the most troops. There's no real chance to murder them. They are placed here somewhere in the papacy. The flag is bugged out, is mostly because of the updates from what I'm guessing. Our counselor has died. Our spy master, okay? Let's look for a new spy master, our sister-in-law and vassal. This is our nemesis, definitely not bringing her back. Challenge rival to a fight. 88% that she might accept. It would cost us some prestige. A non-lethal single combat will commence. Yeah. Not sure that that is enough. I mostly want to take her out. We can expose a secret, but we have none on her. Okay, well, definitely bringing our sister-in-law, and we'll have her on disrupt schemes. We have now a new daughter. We're gonna call her Sig. It's fine. What else should we be doing at the moment? Converting fate will take a long while. This guy is an earl here in Leicester. I have arrived to pay homage to you as show of loyalty. I hope my pledge of submission alone is evidence enough for my honor. Sure. Homage, double entendre. I wait patiently on my throne for the arrival of the Earl, who is soon to announce and ushered before me. He kneels in deference, offering nothing but his oath to faithfully serve as a vassal of the kingdom. Though the Earl has clearly practiced the Norse vows, he mispronounces several sections, humorously changing their meaning and leaving my courtiers stifling titters. Good effort, it's not an easy language. He spends some prestige, but we gain some core grandeur, we gain prestige, and our dynasty, his dynasty gains renown. Or do you have any idea what you just said? He gains the nickname of Anglo-Saxon, spends more prestige, and loses some opinion of us. Nope, we're just gonna say good effort. Demanding conversion is probably a good idea. But we'll see. Domestic affairs will keep you on that. Organizing the army, where are we at? We're very close to being fully replenished. We have some prestige, of which I would choose maybe to either create some men-at-arms or some more troops. We don't have any kind of horses. Let's create a few troops of that. And we'll do one more troop of Huskarls. As soon as we're fully replenished, I am going to make him train commanders. Let us do that actually from now. Their crusade is now at 2500. That is a lot. But at least we do have some people on our side. They don't have a lot of troops like a great country supporting them, which is somehow okay. Because that means that we might be able to fight on our shores, break them up, destroy them piece by piece, and go from there. So I believe that this is probably our main mission at this point. Yardnude has shown me the ins and outs of vicious charges and fierce attack. My final test, okay, we're going to try this again. Unfortunately, we failed once more to win, but we'll try again. We're gonna focus and continue to try and learn it until we succeed. Let's hold court. A gaggle of grotty peasants appear before my throne. They are armed with the most vicious flaming farming equipment I've seen in my whole career of quashing rebellions. One pokes a pitchfork through my favorite throne cushion. This being which rules us is a true demon incarnate. No real man could be capable of such violent extremities as we have faced. Take up arms, help us slay it before it transforms. I'm no demon, I'm a king, which is much, much worse. 70% that we manipulate our reputation, we gain court grandeur, intrigue lifestyle, and every health county gains confident in religious humanity. Popular opinion, but we lose control. Or 30% chance that we scare the peasants, we lose popular opinion, but we gain control. A darling concept, Chancellor, spread the word I'm a demon, so we lose some piety, we gain the title of the spawn of Loki and we gain 55 dread. Or, have I truly been so abominable? Yes. And because we're sadistic, we lose 30 dread. We lose the trait sadistic. Right. What do we want to do? Rule through fear? Or I am no demon? Let's go with I am no demon for the control. My lord begins my vassal Yardora, looking very contrite. The last period has been really tough on my domain. Extra expenses were required on every phone, and my coffers are sadly empty. Okay, it pains me, but I resolve to appeal to your magnificence for help in paying off my debts. I will not forget your generosity. Sure. A peasant woman from the castle of Bolton is brought before me, and no matter what the guards do, she will not stop dancing, trailing blood from mangled feet. I cannot seize, my lord. None of us can, not until we collapse. Please help us. My champion, honey, is certain that the citizens are affected by an excess of blood causing an imbalance in the humors. My priest, on the other hand, insists that it is a curse sent by Odin to punish the peasant. Earldom of West gains Dancing Plague. Lose some taxes and development growth. But we lose stress because we are sadistic. Are we stressed? Can we check ourselves? I do not see... Oh, no, we don't have any stress on us, okay. Pray for deliverance. No, this shall surely answer. This area gains contained dancing mania. We gain piety and... Okay, or bring out the leeches. We have humor to balance. Yeah, let's get some learning lifestyle. We'll do that. My business here is done. We have plenty of troops on us. We have some more prestige. And I am thinking of bringing even more troops to bear. Probably something like this, the Figmen. Because they're also archers. Or, let's increase our archers. Actually, let's increase both of them. And I'm going to change from increasing development to collecting taxes. Forging the Yom's Viking. Chieftain Arnfast, an enterprising Nordic adventurer, has launched a vicious invasion against Chieftain Bretislav, sweeping the lands of Wolin out from under him in a surprise attack. What makes this unusual is that the invasion seems to have had a religious motivation. Arnfast has partnered with the Astarus zealot named Bertil to set up a warrior brotherhood they call themselves the Yom's Viking. The group claimed that they will enforce the old ways, striking against Abrahamics, reformists, rival pagans alike, weaving a bloody swathe up and down the waters of the Baltic. I like this. This guy gets an army of 1500 of men in Wolin, a holy order of Chieftain Arnfast's fate has been founded. Nice. Also, no Odin's wrath. Let's take a look at them. So he's made it here. That is pretty good, because I believe that they will probably join us here in the Crusade. At this point the Crusade has grown, we're at double the points. I am going to work on swaying this guy to our side. For you, grant a pardon. Sure, we'll do that. Just so this guy likes us. Send a gift to you, 150, that is a lot. We can even grant him a vassal from around the area, but we'll see. The church in Kent is still here, or yes, Canterbury Cathedral is still here. I would really like, probably for the near future, to start gathering 1,000 gold in order for us to upgrade the Temple of Uppsala. Usurp a title. Let's take a look somewhere here in our decision. Commission an artifact, we could do that. Search physician, scrape the barrel, call a hunt. Determine personal diet, indulge in drinking. Okay, let's see, where is this one? We need to create the title of Norway and to have complete control over this region. So we have to fight 2 more battles. We can't create the title of Norway just yet, so let's take a look over here. He does not want to be my vassal. Not many reasons why. Okay, we could maybe sway her on our side. Let's see, where are we at? Control growth and natural dread. Let's get this point. Control growth would be good, but I believe we'll keep ourselves as a commander at this point. I'm hoping that some of the people around us will take these territories. I don't want to go to war yet, mostly because in 3 months the Crusade is starting. So I would like to have all the troops available to us. More than that, we will need mercenaries to bring to bear. Holy orders, let's see, a helping hand from Jomsburg. Quartered in their fortress in Jomsburg, the Joms Vikings are a warrior order devoted to protecting the old ways of the Astarus faith against change, dishonor, and foreign. For my piety and virtue, Grandmaster Bertil has sent me a choice of 2 retainers. Valdemar, who sacked 100 churches, or Kjolbjorn, who never stops training, as well as his compliments for my devotion. One shall stay and the other should return. Spend some faith to bring him. 16 flexible leader order member. Okay, so he's a 16 prowess warrior. What about the other one? A 24 prowess warrior. Well, let's bring the 24 prowess. I wonder, could we call anyone in? I thought that this is the region from what I saw on the map. But anyway. Whew. Well. Breathe. And let us see. This is for England, so this is the battle for England, and thus to the brash king Eric here. Look how many attackers we have. Your false religion has kept your subjects in the darkness for too long. In the name of God, I shall bring the true faith to them and free them from your blasphemy. For the first time, we have a crusade against us. We never had this before. The hordes of infidels rallied by Pope Lucius have begun to march on England. These savage warriors, clearly inspired by Loki, will ravage our lands and slaughter our people without mercy if we do not stop them. All for the good of us whose faithful in England. We must prevail. Oh, this is so exciting. Let's see. We have some enemies right on our border. I mean, some of these territories they're not ours. Like, I was thinking whether I should go and attack them. 453 troops, 223 troops. Not really, right? Let's take a look at how this war looks. So we have East Francia, Aquitaine, that's mostly it. So this is the territory that they desire through crusades. He has 259 troops here in this region, right? So East Francia has a capital here. It's going to be a bit tough to reach this region. The Kingdom of France, we might be able to put them down fairly quickly. But I believe that the way that this should go is enemy holy order now stand against us. Yeah, that is fine. Neighbor war resolved. Okay, some other thing. We can call in some dynasty members. 1200. She's defending against this Jarl. Okay. We might bring her later, as soon as she finishes her war. There's no point in bringing her now. Let's raise everybody here. I am going to take some troops and try to kick him out. What are we going to go get as far as war score? War score can be gained by defeating armies, imprisoning the enemy ruler or their heirs, occupying enemy holdings, especially within the war target, occupying the enemy's realm capital, controlling all objectives for an extended period of time. Okay. So that's how that goes. Up here they're gonna gain some warriors. I'm hoping not everybody gathers on us, but we will have to see. Devastating insight. Jarl Noon has shown me the ins and outs. Once again, we're trying to gain the trade, and we've managed to do so. Jarl Noon comes riding up to me. Impressive, he shouts. The enemy levies stand in awe at the efficiency of my troops. There can be little doubt that I have understood what it means to be an aggressive attacker, which is going to come in handy right about now. Let's see, what can we do here? They're gathering some troops, as you can see, and we're gonna gather ours right here in order to challenge their armies. And if we can take a few thousand troops out early, Shall we go to a feast? Sure. We want to do that. We have the advantage here. We have the advantage here because they've just landed and there's no other rivals. The Kingdom of Aquitaine didn't do a good job starting this war. There we go. Our first battle went really well. Let's split our troops up. We need to settle them in different places. A scheme at court. My spy master has come to me with Graves' news. While we do not know who, someone is plotting to kill my prisoner. The Count... Okay, so the Count of the King of Aquitaine. I don't care. Let him take them out. Okay, let's see. Where do we place our other army here? We might have to split them once again. It's really important to keep our troops well supplied, so we don't take any kind of penalties. They've brought an army here in the north. Okay, there we go. We've got more armies on the way. Perfect. Declaration of love. Yeah, I don't care. We have a crusade. I don't have time for declarations of love. What's this? We're gonna have a huge battle here, and I'm looking forward to it. We are defending across the river, and they brought in a 9-star commander. Okay. Let's move now this huge army up to the north. We're gonna go by land? Sure. They're running around, scared. They regroup, of course. A killing weapon of fame. I can't help but listen to the excited voices coming from the small crowd of servants in the hall. The fame of the King Aegir's fine sword of fame. When did this upgrade? Enemy fatal casualty plus 7%. Reaches far and wide and keeps growing. Everybody speaks of with admiration of the invincible weapon that cuts down enemies as easily as flowers in a field, and of its glorious owner. So our fine sword gains renown. Becomes a renowned weapon. So it gives us some prestige. I like that. Okay, these territories are under siege. Sure. 1800 troops in the south. Well, pretty much like 2000 almost. The Jarl is no longer the master of force. Let's try to bring someone else in if we can. Is there anyone else here? No, we have none of the enemies in Sweden. They're mostly fighting over the war targets. We're gonna go to our court. Special, Keeper of Swans. Diplomacy per level of fame. Court grandeur. Keeper of Swans. A court physician. We don't have a court physician. Well, we should be looking for one then. Especially during war. Start the search, please. Court tutor. We'll bring our niece in. Seneschal for control. We'll throw in our champion. Court gesture, bodyguard. Has a chance to prevent assassinations, reduce the risk that you die or get captured in battles. We're gonna spend some of this money. Let's bring some good bodyguards in. Player, heir, son, and champion. Sure. On the royal side, we need a food tester. Master of Horse. Our Chancellor will be the Master of Horse then. Royal Architect, High Almoner, Court Poet, Court Musician, Executioner, Court Artificer. Okay, we have none with the requirements. And a Keeper of Swans. Our Steward can be this, or we can bring in some of the other guys. Sure. Keeper of Swans, get 1 point in diplomacy, why not? How are you, Popey? You still have plenty of warriors. But other than that, you can't really brag with anything. Fourth position, let's see, so we have either you or you. Callous, generous, chaste. Sure, let's bring you in. Did we hire them? Yes. Okay. So this battle is over. It's time to move south once more. We still have supplies, but we might have to split up at this point. More troops are landing. Chieftain Svain's friendship, while his numerous attempts to curry my favor have not gone unnoticed, I cannot feel but irritated at his sudden interest in me. And I cannot shake the feeling that this man's intentions are not pure. Sure. Let's leave him aside. Let's continue our fight. I really am looking forward to humiliating the Pope and his Crusaders. Good. Continue onward. And down to the south at this point. Okay, these four troops seeing the massive armies coming towards them. That must be a terrifying sight to see. I'm guessing it would remind me of Kingdoms, or how is that? What is that game called? That RPG. There's one, a medieval RPG that has a beginning where you are just a villager and there's an army just coming over the horizon. I can't remember it. But anyway. He's making some bad moves on this side, I would say. More soldier, better army, commander, more army traits. Let's see. We're gonna attack him. He has a 27 commander here. Anything else? Event time out, a courtier has been scorned. This guy has been swayed. Okay. We're getting very close to kicking them out. Look at that. I think we're gonna go for a huge sacrificial festival. 15 prisoners. Praise be a bad AI, right? Let's see where we can catch them in a way that makes sense, because it seems for some reason it gives us that our army will lose, and I'm not sure why. We're just gonna attack. I don't think that our chances are that bad, to be honest. Yeah. Shall I break their armies anymore? We've barely taken any damage because of their lack. Actually, you know what? Remember when we had to do a crusade and all the AI was going wild? A drunken brawl. The tavern in Upland is usually the perfect place to forget about the troubles of the world, but tonight is an exception. As ill luck would have it, sitting just one table away from Alfhidr and I is my rival. And she has been a nuisance since we arrived. All it took was one accident spill of her spiced wine over my arm and suddenly Alfhidr was on her feet. Okay. He rises in turn and two are in the process of rather drunkenly squaring up by the time I manage to hold myself to my feet. So we start a duel with our rival. She has gained the trait. We lose traits because we are brave and raffle. And she gains the trait loyal. Okay, sure. For the trait loyal, we are going to fight. She has 24 prowess. And from what I can tell, it's not necessarily ensured that we will win just because of our prowess. We have a sword, a renowned sword, and she has a battle axe with a name. The fight may only be till first blood, but that doesn't ease my nerve. She pulls back from my every blow, letting me attack without getting another solid hit in. It's not long before I can feel myself begin to tire. We can mock her. You make fun of her poor level of fame. Likelihood of success is low. No increase to your likelihood of success, no increase to risk of injury. We lose some stress, she gains some stress. Sure. My words cut deep into her ego. Everyone knows of my fame, my prestige, and her reputation pales by comparison. She shifts into a defensive stance, her axe forming a damn near impenetrable wall of perfect parries between me and her. My form is decent, with some lapses, and her stance is incredible. My opponent guard this fear, and I feel far from the victory. Well, let's play a bit defensively. My form is good with only small errors, her stance is incredible. Let's see how you do without your axe. We try to take the axe away from her, but she manages to recover. My form is non-existent, my next risky move could mean defeat, and her form is incredible. Let's try to give her a huge dual handicap. Unfortunately, we have lost the duel there, and we've got wounded. Yeah, so she got me there. Well, I am not gonna push my king any further right now. Let us enforce our demands here. 4,400 faith is divided amongst the participants. We get 883. We get 3,520 prestige, and their fervor decreases. The pitiful soldiers of St. George were no match to our warriors. Under the wise and pious leadership of King Eirik, the Astro faith repelled the invaders and reaffirmed once more their claim over England. Perhaps next time the Catholic King Bishop will not be so eager to throw away the lives of his followers in a futile attempt to test the power of Tyr. This was fun. So here are the Viking. Here is the order. They have 1400 troops at this point, not a whole lot. Let's see now. I am looking for a way to offer vassalage. We have a sword on us, the Saxon sword, okay? Over on this side we have some sort of an event. Inspiration. She's considered a master by her peers. And she wants has metalsmith's inspiration. What is this? A character who has metalsmith inspiration is inspired to forge something more extravagant and smaller than a sword or an armor. These are artists making crowns and goblets, shining and bejeweled. Let's sponsor the inspiration. 78 gold to forge a goblet. Smith inspiration are based on stewardship, prowess and diplomacy. Sure. Let's do this. And we also have another event here. In the past few days, neighboring High Chieftain Susi has been visiting my court on his way to some holy subject or something. Since his arrival, he has been outshining me with his generosity towards my courtiers, who have all been lapping up his gold with no dignity. I can't help but scoff when I see him surrounded by adoring courtiers for umpteenth time. My courtiers. Okay, a purse for you. So he's giving money left and right. I can be even more generous, and we would pay some gold to make people happy and gain court grandeur, and I think I might just do that. Better him than spending than me. Nope, let's be even more generous. Keep our core grandeur high. I really need to learn how to duel better, because I feel like I am losing too many battles. Okay, well, what I'll be doing now. Raise a runestone. Shall we do that? I think it's a good idea to do that. Once again, 100 gold. What I want to do... It's very unfortunate we can't make a monument to winning a crusade. Chiefdom of Moor. Let's see, where are these territories? So this is close to us. Finnveden or Uppland. But this region... We don't have a lot of popular opinion, I guess. But we have all the control we need. So which territory has the least control? Neither. And then we will create one in Uppland. Cecilia comes of age. She's strong. And just a flamboyant trickster. Okay. This territory is right here. They need to come under our control. So we'll just do that. Raise all men-at-arms here. And that's what? a few hundred. Now let's also raise the local army. We unlocked a new perk for Marshal. And I am going to go slightly more in living off the land. Let's try to get strategist. We've lost the trade wounded, that is good. And I believe that this is pretty much all the time that we have for today, unfortunately. So I will see you guys in the next episode as we will work on creating the title of the Kingdom of... what is it? Norway? I think so, right? The title of the Kingdom of Norway and work towards feudalization. Until then, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. I hope you have enjoyed our win against the pitiful Pope. And I'll see you guys next time. Until then, I wish you all to have a wonderful day.